been a wild ride this year, but we're still here. We're open, we're busy, we're excited to serve you.
Put you down about 6 o'clock for tomorrow morning.
Whether you work here, live here, or you're just passing through, discover Iroquois County. Can't wait to see you. To recap what we've done so far this year, we started off with Phil from Center Street Productions, showing the power of video and how that can help your business, help grow your business, help spread the message about the services that you offer. And then last month, Uplifted Care was featured, where I presented on our Community Grief Center and the services that we provide to the communities that we serve. So today we're really excited. We're kind of switching gears a little bit, and I dressed the part. So I had to wear my I Make Poor Decisions shirt because we are going to hear from Cheryl Bohlmann and Paula Warmbir about the services that are offered at InsideOut in Gilman and all of the yummy, delicious wines that they have available. So we'll turn it over to Paula and Cheryl. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So tell us a little bit about InsideOut.
Okay. Well, for the people that's never been there, we're located in downtown Gilman at 226 North Central Street. And we offer a variety of things. We have actually our building is 125 years old, and I just wanted to comment on that because it is very unique. And it used to be a saloon. And we have the wine bar, we have entertainment. On the main floor when you come in, we have all kinds of seating, nice comfy seating. And then we have upstairs a speakeasy type atmosphere, a beautiful outdoor garden. We definitely encourage people. We not only do the wine tastings, but you can bring in any food that you want. We provide some snacks if you're interested in that.
And it's not just limited to the inside, right?
Right. You can definitely go outside in the garden. It's beautiful. And also, we do private parties, like for baby showers, bridal showers. I think a lot of people have been there for those, and that's a great advertisement for us, having them come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cheryl, what's your role at InsideOut? What do you kind of help with at InsideOut?
I'm kind of Paula's second-hand man, if you will, helping with promoting and just being a hostess and wanting people to be comfortable and enjoy their time there, because it's just very laid back, casual.
Awesome. So this is a really great thing to have located kind of in the heart of downtown Gilman. And you guys try and not only have stuff from Gilman, but you guys bring in other people also to do events and things like that. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, the stuff that you guys kind of have coming up?
Absolutely. Like, well, we have our, the next event. We have music almost every weekend. I should start with that. And different musicians throughout. They come, I mean, we have them come from all over, actually. And it's a 7:30 to 9:30. We kind of laugh about this, Cheryl and I do, because you know, a lot of places music doesn't start till 9 or 9:30. So
I think I can say.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
that.
And it's very low keyed. It's not, you know, the volume is low. It can be. It's usually an acoustic type thing. We have had trios, you know, there, or you know, a couple of people, but very, very relaxed atmosphere. And along the same line with the music, once a month we have martinis and karaoke. Now, I don't know if you've ever been there, Katie. Have you ever?
I have not, because after a few martinis, I tend to karaoke. So that's probably why I've never been there.
Well, it's always a really fun night. That's one of our bigger nights. And then we also do something called open mic night. And I really encourage, we're always looking for musicians to come and play at open mic night. We've actually found some really good talent from there. And there's country music, classic rock. We just have it all, and it's there's not a lot of live music in the county, I don't think.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's definitely kind of a hidden gem. So we're going to be going through some of your upcoming events for the next few weekends, but one of the things that kind of stood out to me was this wine and food pairing. Can you talk a little bit about that? That sounds very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we have Lindsay is the chef from the Long Branch.
Okay.
And then we have Joe DiMaggio, who
Is that his real name?
Yeah, it really is.
He's a true Italian.
Yeah, he really
But
is.
not the baseball one.
Okay, okay.
And he's a really cool guy. I've known him for a while now, and he brings definitely some great wines. I'm amazed at the pairings, like how that. And if you've never attended one, it's 4 entrees, and then it's like 4 courses. I'm sorry, 4 courses, and then 4 different wines, and it makes such a huge difference when you're tasting the wine with the food, when you're doing that pairing. I know myself, I have even, like at one of these, I've tasted a particular wine with the course and loved it. But then I've had some maybe later just as my night wine, or something, and have it, and I'm like, it just doesn't quite taste the same. So the pairing really does make a difference.
So they know what they're talking about when they coordinate them. So this event is coming up on November 12th.
November
right?
12th, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl.
Awesome.
Yeah, 6 o'clock is social hour. Come early, get settled in. Many people like to enjoy a drink before we start with the dinner at 7, and more time to visit with your friends.
Awesome.
Did we say French?
That's right. I don't think I mentioned
okay.
that it is French this time. The last one was Italian, and we had a great crowd. It really
How
was a
often
great
do you
turnout.
guys do these? Just kind of.
About 4 times a
4 times a
year,
year.
and as it's, COVID changed things last year, but we're back on track again, and people are so ready to get out and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And we can
Absolutely.
definitely accommodate the people because we do have, the lower level and the upper level, so that makes it nice.
Awesome. And your outdoor space. Your outdoor
Yeah.
space is really great. A lot of opportunity to social distance.
I'd like to mention that because I just got it online. We have a secure online site where people can make their reservations online, either on our Facebook page, InsideOut Gilman, or they could call or text me with their credit card information, because it's like
Awesome.
first ones in get priority seatings.
How many do you accept for registration?
So we had over 90 reservations last time that we had, because we split them up because we still want people comfortably spread out too.
Right. Awesome.
And the tickets are $75, and that
Okay.
includes
That
your
includes
4 courses and your 4 wines.
Awesome. You guys just don't have wine though, right? You said
Right.
something about martinis. So what else do you guys have? Are you a full service bar, or what do you guys?
Full service bar,
Full service
yes. And actually, we probably have 80 to 100 wines, and which I think for the area that we're in, we can.
Have you made sure that they're all good?
Yes, I have.
All right,
I
good.
personally tasted everyone.
That's another job perk.
Yes, yes.
And then we brought in beer because a lot of times, maybe the wife likes the wine and the husband's just not on board with that. But so we brought in beer, and that's been really a good thing. And so then we just took it one step further and started mixed drinks. Now I don't have a full bar like you'll go someplace and they might have like 4 different vodkas or 5 different rums or something like that. We usually are very selective about what we choose, and we've come up with some that people haven't heard of, actually, and it's good choices.
So, what is your most fun aspect of your job? What do you like most about?
Besides the wine.
Besides the wine.
Oh, well, then I can't think of anything.
What is the best part of being a business owner in Iroquois County and providing something like this?
Well, I'm really passionate about what I do. I mean, I love it. I love my customers. I mean, I'm just, they're family. They're family. And, you know, when they come in, I want them to feel at home there. And I have met so many wonderful people. I feel like that when people do come in for the first time, you always get that like, oh, well, I didn't know this was here. And we always try to ask a conversation, you know, like, where are you from, and start that. But that's the part that I love. Like, I like being around the people. And I sit and visit with them. I don't annoy them, but, you know,
Yeah.
I do like to, you know, stop by their table and make sure everything is good.
Right.
So that's really important to me, the
Awesome.
customers.
Cheryl, you have a lot of business, you have a really good business background. So what sets Inside Out apart maybe from other times in your career or other things? What's your favorite thing about this place that you're at right now?
Like Paula, my number one too is our customers known as friends and family. It reminds me of the old TV show, Cheers.
Yeah.
Everybody knows your name. And and I've loved learning about wines and all, because I never would have imagined. I mean, we may have up to 100 different wines, but even beyond that, there's so much out there.
Right.
And tasting the different ones and keep changing it up. It's fun.
Awesome. So we've kind of dug into a little bit behind the scenes, and we're just here interviewing right now, but you guys have worked with Phil at Center Street to put together kind of a showcase video. So we'd like to show that now, kind of give you an inside look, and then we get to actually do some wine tasting. So really excited about that. So we'll take an inside look at Inside Out and be back in a few.
Welcome to Inside Out. My name is Paula Warmbir, and I'm the owner of Inside Out and been in business since 2009.
And I'm her right-hand man, so to speak,
Yes.
Cheryl Bohlmann.
And we're glad you're here today because we're going to tell you what Inside Out is all about. The building is 125 years old, and it was a saloon, and this is a picture of the saloon. We were actually retail, and after everything kind of stopped in the retail business, I decided to just reinvent it and turn it into a wine bar. So Cheryl, let's just show them what we have here,
All
okay?
right.
We've got all this comfy seating. We've got a piano. A lot of times we get people just come in and play the piano with some friends. And we also do rent out the space. We can rent out for showers, bridal, baby showers, retirement parties, birthday parties, just a fun night.
We have, on any given day, 80 to 100 different choices of wines, from sweet to dry and red and white.
And we can almost guarantee that we can find a wine that you will like. We do carry Illinois wines. I still carry most of Blue Sky, which is in southern Illinois, and then August Hill, which is in northern Illinois, up by Utica. And then we do have Stone Hill, which is in Missouri.
And then we take you all over the country to Germany, Austria, Spain, Italy, New Zealand, just everywhere. My favorite, I'm a dry white wine girl, and my favorite is Chardonnay that's been oaked. It has that nice buttery finish to it, but like lots of the reds as well, some of those smoky chocolate.
People that have started out drinking wine and tasting with us have started out like with a Concord type style, and have eventually evolved into drier wines, because your palate does change over the years when you get used to different ones. And that's always fun, tasting with somebody, finding the perfect one that they're gonna like. We do have a full bar. A lot of times people are like, oh, well, my husband doesn't like wine. Well, we do have beer, domestic beer, and craft beers. And then we also carry a selection of spirits, which has been really fun to bring in, because we do try to look for things that are really unique. One of the popular ones for us right now is this Jackson Morgan salted caramel. People eat this on ice cream. Along with over ice, makes a great gift. And then also we have another one here, which is a bourbon cream, Ezra Brooks. Very good. And we do sell these, as you can see by the bottle, along with some of our other spirits that like tequila. We have whiskeys, we have rum.
Including the peanut butter whiskey.
Yes.
Yes, we'd like to introduce you to the Inside Out Wine Club called Why Not? We have this every other month. We will have a wine club this month in October, so you can sign up for it, and then the next one is December. So it's great for your holiday parties or gift giving. We do every other month, as I said, mid-month, a 10% discount on purchases of 6 or more bottles of wine at any time in your visit. Club members also receive complimentary wine tastings for themselves plus one guest. And we also offer special events throughout the year for wine club members only, and other offers and discounts that's made available only to them. The wine club members can choose whether they want sweet, just semi-sweet, dry, semi-dry. It's 2 bottles for each wine club order, or we also have what we call a triple treat. Sometimes a husband and wife are joining the club together, and he might like sweet and she likes dry. We can mix it up. We'll customize it to whatever your preference is.
And what's really nice about the wine club is that when you come in to pick it up, you get to taste the wine. If you don't like it, we can change it out for you.
The Fix-A Chicks from our local area did a lot of refurbishing when Paula started going this direction, more of a lounge wine bar area. The chairs you see here have been painted. They painted this, customized it, and I'm going to show you what it used to look like. Remember Grandma's old floral tapestry couch?
Hey, that was mine.
Oh, you were supposed to say that. So this is my favorite place to chill out too. Just imagine, we just got a glass of wine here.
I think too, something to mention, like when I started, decided to convert it into a wine bar, I actually put it out there. I was closing. And I just got inspired by a lot of the customers who just really didn't want me to go. And I just tried to reinvent it, had a lot of help with family and friends, ideas, and I had everything here, like stuff, most things were already here when I was retail. And I'm like, before I put it up for sale, let's just see what happens. And it's been 7 years, and every year I'm amazed.
We're going to show you to our speakeasy.
Yes, so this is our version of a speakeasy, and the password to get in is Chardonnay.
Both our favorite wines.
I know a lot of people go, boy, it's a long way up there, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. I know this is during daylight hours. At night, we keep a very low lighting. All the lights in here have 25 watt, so it's very intimate, quiet. It's all about what
train.
Yeah, except for the train. It's all about what a speakeasy is. This is actually over here is the VIP area, or sometimes the teacher's lounge, which is nice, comfortable seating. And then we also have another bar over here that we can set up for private parties, or if we have an overflow from downstairs, because when we have music, certain artists, we can definitely feel both places.
We just had our food and wine pairing. It was an Italian night with the Long Branch restaurant. Chef Lindsay caters every food and wine pairing that we do and does an awesome job. And then our wine aficionado is our very own Joe DiMaggio, not the baseball player, but a true Italian.
I had somebody just ask me this past weekend, like, how do you accumulate all of this stuff? And I'm amazed. I told them, you wouldn't believe how many people just brain me things because they're like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, you know? And I'm like, I do. And so it's really kind of neat that I just keep adding. They know what the decor is up here, and it's been kind of fun. And I did have one of my, I call them my adopted sons, made me this. And what it is he knows I love Chardonnay and that I like it chilled, so I can put ice in this, pour the Chardonnay in, and it comes out and it'll be chilled. Isn't that amazing? So it just fits very well up here in the speakeasy.
And don't forget the copper items up on top.
That is definitely a original steel from Kentucky. People just bring me stuff. Cheryl mentioned the Fixie Chicks. They did this where they took the antique tables, cut them in half, sprayed them, and mounted them on the wall. Makes a great display. No two places alike, no two chairs the same.
And for large groups, comfortable seating here with the church pews and chairs, or the big tabletop with the door glass top on top of 2 whiskey barrels.
We did like a Frank Sinatra night. I said to Cheryl, I go, oh, I hope this isn't cheesy. We had people dress the period. We were amazed at how many people dressed up. It was so much fun. And we did signature drinks. That was like the Pat Rat drinks, like Dean Martin's and
Frank Sinatra, of
Frank
course.
Sinatra.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And everybody just had a good time. We're also getting ready to do a trivia night. And we've not done that before, but we've had a lot of requests for it.
And another murder mystery will be coming up.
We've just put out a snack menu, chips and salsa, chips and dip. The cheese plates, our cheese comes from Rops in Bloomington. And salami that we have along with that. And we also do like pretzels with a cheese sauce type thing. And then we do, just started doing the dessert plate.
Anyone is welcome to bring in food of their own.
We have one lady that comes in with her group and she puts out a nice spread on the table. She's got her little picnic basket and it's good food.
All right, awesome. So that gave us kind of an inside look of Inside Out. And now we are going to kick off. As you can see, we have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about before we get to taste it. But first of all, they want to offer for our live viewers a $15 gift certificate. So for all of you that are viewing live with us today, if you would like to text Inside Out to 815-383-2169, 383-2169. The first person to text with the words Inside Out in their text message will get a $15 gift certificate to use at Inside Out. So we'll leave that open and we'll remind you if we don't hear any dings. Oh, is there one already?
We already got one.
And the winner.
Oh, you're quick on that phone.
All right. Well, you guys have your phones handy because maybe we'll do another one of those in a few minutes. So keep your phones handy. But we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Paula. You have a lot of really cool looking stuff here. So this is obviously not all the wines and stuff that you have, but kind of give us a little taste of what you brought here to show us.
Well, I'm going to kind of start talking about the Illinois wines, because I know a lot of people are very familiar with some of the wineries from Illinois, and as you know, I believe there's over 100, and there might even be more now with, but one of them being Linford. We offer their fruit wines is what we carry, and these bottles are turned so I can't see them, so I'm going to just pick it up. So this is like a plum.
Okay.
And this is very good. We usually order this in this time of the year, great with your Thanksgiving dinner. And even people who prefer like a dry wine during dinner would maybe want this for after dinner. Cool. Because it is sweet, it's very good. Very
And I
nice.
would point out with Linford, what makes their wines extra special, it is made from real fruit, not fruit syrups or flavorings.
Are they locally made in Illinois too? Their winery is located in Illinois, but do they grow
Yeah,
their
it's up
own?
north. Rosen is where it's from.
Okay, cool.
And this here's peach, very good. Actually, another seasonal. We try to bring in the seasonal ones because, you know, they do like strawberry and blueberry.
Awesome.
And so that's the peach. And then this is probably our most popular, and this is pear. This would be great with Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. And also, I like these fruit wines because when people are buying wine and they come in and say, well, you know, I don't know what they drink. Well, that's huge.
You can't go wrong with a fruit wine.
Yeah, and so we're just thinking that, yes, this a fruit wine would be great because a sweet lover could drink that and a dry lover
And
could
there's
too.
no better gift to receive than a bottle of wine.
Exactly, exactly. And this one here happens to be their spiced apple, which you could definitely warm this up and sip on it.
That
with
was a
winter
very
coming.
strange concept to me when somebody suggested taking a spiced wine and putting it in the crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I never thought of doing, but it's delicious. So, yeah. Never thought of drinking hot wine.
And I was going to see. Okay, and this is cranberry. Once again, this is a seasonal one, so very good. Try and get. And then they make a sangria, and they also, this is probably one of our best sellers all year. You know, it's great in the summertime, but we have people that use it all year. And they also make a red sangria.
Cool.
Very easy to add your fruit. May enjoy it on ice, sitting out on your patio.
Nice, nice.
Because we actually do like, especially for showers that we have, we'll do like a sangria to be served, and we make our own sangria using Blue Skies, their recipe, and it's delicious, and it makes like a 2.5 quart pitcher.
So you guys are the experts to go to also if people need any advice on how to drink their wine.
Yeah, we'll show them.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll tell them.
Yes. Sometimes you have to show them.
Yeah,
Telling
you
them
do.
just doesn't
Yeah,
work.
do.
You got to get
But
involved.
you know, people are always looking for suggestions, and you know, when, for instance, when you make the sangria, it makes a nice portion, and it goes, you know, a long way, and it's just something you can have made up ahead of time,
And that's a good resource to have too if you come in like you said looking for gifts or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this person, but I know they love these things, and you can probably just pick out what they like to eat and find them a wine that goes with it. That's
Exactly.
an awesome resource.
And another thing is we do, in our computer system, we're able to, like, if you come in, like, we probably have you on file.
Probably.
And so if somebody wanted to buy you a bottle of wine, I could go look at what you have bought
Awesome.
previously and know pretty much exactly what it would be your favorite.
Awesome.
Another
You're
big-
tracking me. You're tracking
Yep,
my
we're
wine
tracking
drinking.
And another big benefit for Inside Out for wine, choosing a wine or something to drink, you can taste first.
Oh, awesome.
Because you know how many times you go to a grocery store or somewhere, get wine, and you have no idea what
Right.
it tastes like. And we
I-
want you to love it.
I have a lot of people tell me, well, I just buy it according to the label. So when they're, you know, when they don't get to taste it, it is I mean, there's some cool labels out
Yeah.
there that, you know, people are like, oh, but it's a sure thing when you get to
I've
taste.
bought it before for a pretty bottle, and the contents weren't pretty.
Right.
So,
That's what I'm talking
so the
about. there, yeah.
tasting is definitely something that can be good.
And one of our favorites, I've been with Blue Sky Winery for quite a while, and this here is their Rocky Comfort Red. They classify this as a sweet red. We kind of like to say that it's more semi for us because a lot of the sweeter wines are like your Concord and when we're doing a tasting, you know, like we always like, you first come in and they'll go, well, you know what, you'll have somebody that's not a wine drinker. I don't know, I really don't like wine. Well, you know, we'll just start with, more than likely it's going to probably be sweet. And, but the person, if they say, well, I like sweet wines, so then we know that that's going to be like Moscato level or a Riesling, like a sweet Riesling, although Rieslings there are definitely dry Rieslings. And then you just move on to red or white, which do you prefer? And we go from there. And usually we can pretty much target what the person likes. It's been a few times it's been a challenge, hasn't it, Cheryl? But we get there eventually.
And your taste kind of, I know mine has at least, it's kind of evolved. I mean, I was at like a Boone's Farm level of sweetness in the beginning of my wine drinking career, and I'm kind of at that Pinot, not quite to Chardonnay yet, but definitely.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, definitely adjusting to a drier lifestyle.
And you know, too, I think it's important, you know, another thing that people want to be aware of too is the alcohol content, or you know, like for instance, I was just going to check to see here if I can pull this up without, if I can find exactly where it's at, because it's on every bottle. It has to be on every bottle. So here it is. So this is like a 12% that, whereas your Moscatos are going to be lower in alcohol. Your Chardonnays and your drier wines are going to be higher most of the time that.
Good to know.
But I did want to comment on Blue Sky. Once again, I'll hold this up just so you can see it, in case Jim's watching. We've been with them for 10 years, and Blue Sky it's a beautiful, beautiful place to go. I don't know, have you ever been to Southern Illinois to some of on the wine trail? It's you can definitely spend 2 to 3 days going there. And then another one that Cheryl's flipping around there. You got to shake harder.
Harder. Shake, shake, shake.
This is August Hill.
It's cool. So cool. Look at how.
And move it in a little bit.
This way?
I don't know if you can catch it, but it's got sparkles in it. It's a
Yeah.
glittery wine. So what flavor is that?
Emerald apple.
Okay.
And it's very good. Of course, a lot of people just buy it for the novelty of it. But it's good. And they do that also in blue. And August Hill is up at Utica. And that's another great, great winery. And we've been with them for 10 years. And they do that in a blue. And I'm trying to think, the flavor's grape is what it is.
Oh,
I was
awesome.
trying to think, but anyways, kind of neat how that goes. And then, of course, we can't forget about Stonehill. This is in Missouri. And this is their peach, and we carry their, one of our best sellers is their Moscato. Yep.
Awesome. Cool.
But you just can't wait for the tasting, huh?
Well, you have some other stuff back here. So
I
what
do.
else?
Should we talk about
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Okay,
other stuff do you
so
guys
like
have?
we were kind of talking about the sangrias. Well, also we carry and we even get mimosa there that we can make for you. But a lot of people like this that we have in the can. This would be the classic, so your orange, and then we have pineapple also.
Awesome. And what are those next to that? Those kind of look like something I have at home in my freezer, but I don't
think
think
you're
those are
right.
for my kids.
Right, these aren't for your kids. These are adult popsicles.
Oh.
And this is made by Western Sun. We carry their vodka also, and they have different flavors. I was trying to think of here. Okay, like there's watermelon, screwdriver, blueberry lemonade, and raspberry. And these have been very popular during the summer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A nice stocking stuffer gift too,
Oh,
because you can just
yeah.
pull the popsicles out for
Uh-huh.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yep. So you could split it with everybody.
Again, not for the kids.
Right, not for the kids. Grown-up stocking stuffers.
And then also, we carry Blue Skies gourmet dipping oil. And this has been real popular for us. And I know down at Blue Sky, they used to serve this on their menu. And they had so many requests for it that they started bottling it. And this makes a really nice hostess gift. And also for the person that has a birthday and you're not for sure what to buy, this would be a great choice too.
Awesome.
And then we have Olive and Well, and that is up at north at Oakland. And we carry many different kinds of their olive oils, and we have them in 2 different sizes. And this one here happens to be buttery, extra virgin. This is very good. I use this in a lot of things, like in place of butter. If you want to put that, on your vegetables, I actually scramble eggs in it.
Awesome.
And then we just brought this to show that we do carry Anarga Theaters.
Oh, nice.
Caramel corn is
Have you had that before? Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Yes, it's fantastic.
And they do several different flavors. This is caramel, and they do one with, it's called Chicago.
And again, it's a great way for us to help support local
Right.
businesses.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have a lot of stuff, even not for the wine drinker. I mean, a lot of stuff where people can come in and check everything out. And like you said, hostess gifts, teachers gifts, things like that. I prefer to give my children's teachers wine because my children are a lot to handle. But for other parents, like the dipping sauce or the popcorn or stuff like that would be a great teacher's gift for the holidays
Definitely.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, we see a lot of that.
Awesome. So, we said to stay by you guys' phones, so do we want to do another? Sure. All right, we're going to do one more before we get into the tasting. $15 gift certificate to Inside Out. All you have to do is text Inside Out to 815-383-2169, and you can win that $15 gift certificate. All right.
Are we moving on to the wine tasting next?
Can we?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right.
It is new.
Oh, you got one. All right, perfect. We have a second winner.
Okay, I have a number that ends in 5846. I don't have a name. Just text us your name, and we'll get that to you.
All right, so what are we going to be trying
We're going to
today?
start with Chardonnay. We're doing one that's unoaked
Okay.
and another one that is oaked. Side by side is fun to do to taste the difference. An oaked Chardonnay, you're going to get a little more of that buttery taste.
Okay. What makes a Chardonnay oaked? Is it the way that it's fermented?
In the barrels.
Okay. Okay.
And it's fun because all of the wines that we have, like I love to compare different Chardonnays, the oaked ones. It is fun today to do the unoaked and the, oh, thank you.
Pass it down.
I've never had a glass with this.
Little in it.
Well, I mean, it is like 12:30 in the afternoon. I need to spend more time with you girls, I think.
Once again, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right.
It's so interesting because
Okay.
when the
And this is what we're tasting here.
All right, do we want to cheers?
Cheers.
there? All right,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Inside Out. It's very interesting when my wine reps come in.
Ooh.
Yeah, now
I'm going to try not to make faces. Please
Yep.
don't judge my faces. I'm not a very dry wine drinker. It's
I was
not
gonna
bad, though.
Okay, what I was gonna say to you, that you have a clean palate.
Yes.
And so it probably tasted very harsh to you, like you can taste definitely the alcohol, right? That's like what,
Right.
I could tell by the look on your face.
So what is like you're swirling it. What is there's something, wine has legs, right?
Sure.
Yes, and that's,
Yep.
I know it'll be hard for our audience to see, but as you can see how it
And
kind of
the
clings to the glass.
Okay.
No, no. Well,
And
you
the
might be able
oak
to see
one
better
might
on your
show
own.
up better too. for
So,
that.
what is the textbook style of doing an actual wine tasting? What's going to make it the best? You got to like swirl it and smell it. What do you got to do?
Well, I think that, I mean, there's a lot of different versions of that.
Do it like a shot. I mean, whatever you want to do.
But it definitely, especially when we do the red wines, but the white wines too, that it has to open, you know,
Okay.
so the oxygen has to get to it. And I've even found that sometimes in our cooler, most people like it really chilled, you know. Sometimes when we pull it out, it might be a little too chilled that you can't really, it doesn't bring out all the flavors. That's another thing I noticed when you took a sip was, this isn't real chilled, so the flavor really came out in it. I mean, it did for me too, that I was like, oh yeah. So that's...
You and I had a much different reaction to that flavor. Definitely.
But I think that as far as... I definitely liked to smell it before I drink it. And there's been times where I do not like the smell of certain ones. And most of those, it's like the Sauvignon Blancs, there's, I don't know, I just kind of have a little bit of a problem with those. But I think that this one here, the unoaked Chardonnay, Cheryl and I were more oaked. We like
Okay.
the oaked ones better because, and I'll tell you when we get ready to taste this, but this was A to Z. So this is an Oregon wine that you're tasting right
Okay.
now. So you just gave that same look as you did when you took the first taste. Because I was going to comment that sometimes the second taste will be better for you than the first taste. You should
wasn't.
never,
It
okay,
wasn't.
and you should never judge it on the first taste.
Okay, I'll judge it on the second.
Okay,
Maybe the oaked will be better.
maybe so.
All
And,
right,
you know,
all
that
right.
can go right there.
All right. It's not bad. It's not bad if you're a dry wine drinker.
You know, and we're not offended if someone does not like a wine they taste.
Get out of
right.
my bar.
Because like we said, we have 80 to 100 different wines.
Right.
We will find you something you will love.
And I'm sure as a Chardonnay lover yourself, you probably have kind of an issue with the sweeter wines, and right, that your palate enjoys the drier better.
Like one of our best sellers, man, when I even go to like open that, I can smell that grape, like Concord grapey, and I'm like, oh. But man, people love that.
Yeah.
It's our best seller. Like the
All right. We're
So
gonna-
this one we're tasting is from the Sonoma Coast in California.
Okay, so we're gonna do the whole experience. We're gonna swirl it. We're gonna smell it. I think I liked the oaked better.
you know,
I'm a bad one to judge. I'm a bad one to judge with this one. It'll
Well-
be okay.
I remember, and this is definitely buttery compared to what, the unoaked, because I remember the first time I kept hearing people talk about, oh, it's buttery. And I never knew what that meant until I had one that was buttery, and I'm like, it almost just slides right in your mouth. I mean, it's like rich buttery. And this one here, do you agree, Cheryl? It's not quite as buttery as
Yeah, there's different levels.
your
of
favorite.
course. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to buttery for my popcorn.
But like,
Okay.
so this would probably be like peach, apple, pineapple, and then it has that butterscotch finish on it.
It does taste more kind of citrusy, like a little bit. Yeah. All right.
That's what I like about wine too, because there's so many senses of that taste. And
Right. And
layers.
people can pull
and,
different
yeah.
things out of it, for whatever your individual likes are. Awesome.
All right, I'm pulling up some dry reds here next.
Okay.
I'll let you pour that one in there
Yep.
too. Thanks.
All right. So what are these?
Okay. Should I start with the blend first, Paula? Is that right? The Komodo Dragon? or the cab?
You know what? Do the Komodo dragon first. Let's do the
Okay.
blend first. And that's Washington. This is one of our best sellers as far as the dry. And you'll find when you taste this, compare it, and once again, we're going to do the comparison between that and the cab, because there's a big, and you'll be able to tell it. So you girls are ahead of me because I have been talking.
All right, go ahead. We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
Because we'll just let it breathe,
Yes,
right?
yeah, we gotta let it breathe.
And that's a good idea.
So in terms of that, so breathing is a thing. Here, I'll try this. I'll try and be Cheryl.
Okay. And you know what? Yes, I know, Katie, exactly what you said there, because Joe just commented at the last food and wine pairing. I always love it when he tells, a little something about. He had a wine that we had there that he actually opened that morning for dinner that night.
Oh.
And would decant it so that it would.
What does decanting mean?
That just means, like you've seen the decanters, the wine decanters.
Yeah.
You should have brought one of those. And it just opens it up so that the oxygen can get into it too.
Okay.
So
Like
So-
makes it blossom.
So let's theoretically talk about somebody that opens a bottle of wine and doesn't finish it in the same day.
oh, that's a shame.
What is the best way to store wine, and do you guys have anything that kind of assists with that if storing wine is
do.
something that you'd ever need to
Need
do?
to do.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Well, this is a wine saver, and this is probably one of the best that we've ever used. I mean, we've tried many different things, and actually, this has like a pump that you would put this special little cork in there, and then you pump it, and it sucks all the air out of it.
okay.
And then when you go to open it, you can actually hear the air release.
Because you don't want a lot of air in it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Now, we find that with the sweeter wines that they're pretty much going to stay okay without that. You can just put a regular, cork in it.
But whereas, let's just say a red dry wine, for example, and was it 2 days is probably the most you want to leave a bottle open before consuming it. This will make it last 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you don't waste your.
What happens essentially after those 2 days?
It, as it ages after being opened, it starts to turn like kind of vinegary. But don't throw it away yet, because you can use it for cooking.
Oh, okay. So that's how people get wine for cooking. It's when they've not had it. I'm learning a lot here.
Well, and it's interesting too, because people will say, well, I don't know, I have a bottle of wine, I don't know if it's good or bad. If it's bad, you're going to know it, because it's going to taste like vinegar. Sometimes you can even
and the
smell it.
smell.
Cheryl and I have experienced, it's rare, but we have gotten tainted cork, which we noticed particularly in this one Chardonnay, that when that happens, there's like a real musty smell. So if you smell something that's really unpleasant like that, like a musty basement, then there's something wrong
Then
with
don't
it.
drink it.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Then come to Inside Out and get more.
Yes.
Well, and
Yes.
return it.
And
if it's
yeah, if
from
you
us,
got it
we
from
will
us,
take care
return
of
it, because we'll get reimbursed too for that
Okay.
bottle, because that just happens. It's
Right.
not,
All right, well, let's
All
try
right,
this
cheers,
red.
ladies.
Cheers.
Oh, I got ahead of you there.
I'm okay with that one. That one's good. I feel like that would go really well with
Laughing at Phil over
steak.
there.
Did you like that?
Yeah. I
Ah,
was
good
okay
for you.
with it. Does this mean I'm like becoming more mature?
Maybe.
My palate's becoming more mature?
Maybe.
Do you notice how the taste is changing too after it's been in your mouth for a
Yeah.
while?
That's good.
And what I notice is, once again, being the Chardonnay lover, I drink more white wines, but when I drink red wines, I enjoy them more because they do linger. Notice how it's still in your mouth. You can still taste that.
Do you know what I feel like more though? I feel like it's on my face because I feel like my cheeks
You're getting
just
hot.
flushed.
Yeah. And that happens too to people. And but I love a blend. My husband, he's a cab drinker, and he likes the tannins, and you'll be able to tell in that one coming up next. But they always say if it sucks the moisture out of your tongue, that's a good wine.
I did a wine tasting with a friend of mine who exclusively likes dry reds, and she talks about the tannins, and she said she loves how they grab her in the throat, and I'm like, that sounds painful. I don't really think I want to do that.
And it gets you right back here too, like it.
Right,
But
well,
I don't notice that so much in the blends like I do the cabs. Let's make sure the camera's on her when she takes her first sip.
Oh, this is great fun. I didn't sign up for this. All right, cheers.
Swirl, swirl, swirl.
Okay, wait, smell it. Whew. See, did you notice that smell?
Yeah,
And okay.
smells like it's not going to taste good.
You know what? And I bet if you opened it up a little bit more,
let's
it's
swirl
going to
along
be,
first.
and you can even tell the color. Look at the difference in the color of that compared to the other one.
I feel very sophisticated hanging out with you ladies. I just want to say, I feel very sophisticated. Maybe it's the wine. I don't know. Whew.
When you talk about legs, look at that one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely
And
legs
Paul,
on
what
that
does
one.
it mean when you have more of the legs? Is it a boulder?
Yes, I would think that's, yes. And you know, I find it, though, this kind of surprised me because I thought this was pretty light for, I should have tasted
cab?
before I came.
Yeah.
What
I
we
mean,
were-
it didn't make me fall out of my chair. So
Yeah. And this is
Well-
another California wine.
And you know what? They actually did say this has soft tannins. So this isn't. I wanted you to really feel what the tannins are, and we didn't bring one that I thought maybe someone would.
I appreciate not feeling them. I'm okay with
Okay, that's good.
that. Okay, so before we get into our last one, which hopefully it's something more on my speed, right? A little sweeter.
Sweeter.
Okay. So you can buy individual bottles of the wine. You can buy, all of the things that you showed. But do you guys have, like, I've signed up for wine clubs before where you get specials on there. Do you guys have any specials on packaged wine?
Well, like you said, our wine, our liquor license allows us to sell by the glass.
Okay.
Or they can buy a bottle also, because if they're sharing with someone, it's definitely cheaper than by the glass, and enjoy it on the premises. We also have the license where people can purchase and take it home.
Okay.
And if someone's enjoying a bottle of wine at Inside Out, they can't finish it, we have the tools we need. We recork it so you can legally take it home in your vehicle.
Okay, cool.
We want to keep you safe and us safe.
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
And what was the other question?
Wine club. Do you have a
Wine
wine
club, yes.
Do you have
Yes,
specials?
every other month is
Okay.
our wine club. We call it Wine Not.
Awesome.
And
Very clever.
you have the choice of choosing from sweet to dry.
Okay.
If we can customize it beyond that, even if you have strong preferences to red or white or anything, it's every other month, and you get a 10% discount off of the club wines. It's 2 bottles every other month, or we also offer what we call a triple treat, where you get 3 bottles to enjoy. And you can taste those at Inside Out. So if it's something you do not particularly care for, you can exchange it for something else.
Okay.
You know, because it's all about, we want you to enjoy the wine, to love
Right.
the wine.
Right. Do you do specials for quantities, like cases or anything
No.
like that?
At this time, it is just with the wine club members,
okay.
where it's 10% off 6 bottles or more
But
at
why,
any time.
But why not?
Yeah.
Join the wine
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's a great way to be supportive, you know, of us, especially people who, you know, want to be and can't get in all the time, you know.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yep, and it's a nice way to experience something different you've never had before.
And that might be the way to find out what you like by just trying some. Awesome.
Cheryl,
Well,
get some wine there that she might like.
Yeah,
All right.
Let's try the last one, but before we get into it, and I actually like it, how do people find you? How do people that are outside of the community that don't necessarily live in Gilman but live in Iroquois County or beyond? How do we find you? How do we find out what's going on?
Definitely,
Inside Out.
I would say definitely go to Facebook. I mean, I realize not everybody's on Facebook. You can do reach us by email. We have a website that you can go to, and we just have like I said earlier too, just people, word of mouth has been great for us. It's been really good for us. And you can Google. If you Google like wineries or wine bar, will come up. It'll come up on your phone.
Okay, so final thought before we get into the good stuff. If you have somebody that maybe is on the fence or, you know, from a different town or something that says, oh, I don't know, is it worth coming to Inside Out? What are you going to tell them?
We're going to say absolutely because
Guarantee it.
And we have people say that all the time. Once we get them there, they will be back.
Yes.
And
I've brought out-of-town friends there before, and they say things like, I had no idea this was even here. But then on the flip side, I have out-of-town friends that say, you live in Gilman? That's where Inside Out is. So we have so many kind of hidden gems in the community that bring your girls down, go to, or guys, go to The Gathering, go to Antiques and More on 24, Janelle's Gems and O&E just opened up, and your night at Inside Out with
you
some
got
wine and
four
We've got
great places.
food in several different locations.
Awesome.
And people, some deliver, or
Yeah.
you can go get it carry out, bring it to Inside Out to enjoy with your wine.
Awesome. So you guys have a big weekend coming up in October with the live music Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the wine and food pairing with Joe DiMaggio and the Long Branch. So they can sign up for that. They can follow your Facebook page and sign up for
Definitely.
that through Eventbrite.
Yeah, and I did just want to mention on Thursday night, which is that like tomorrow night?
Already. yes.
Already. Damon Mitchell's going to be there, and he's doing his album release tour. So that's kind of a big deal. And we don't normally have music on Thursday nights, so this is just
special event.
Special. And then Friday night we got the martinis and karaoke, and then
You
on
won't see me there.
Okay.
Well, and I mentioned too is like our entertainment is there's no cover charge. So we do depend on a good turnout to help pay for
Right.
that.
Right.
But where can you go for free entertainment and just hang out with your friends, family,
For sure.
whatever?
All right, let's get
Okay.
let's get these
I'll
last
eat
ones
for
in.
that. What's left over there for me?
Oh, yep.
Okay, white first, right, Paula?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Oh, I got a little bit of that
Now,
one
if
over
you
there.
were at Inside Out, we would rinse your glass
That's
for
all
you.
right.
Yeah.
That's all right. We're making do with what we can. You know, this is the only wine tasting I've ever done on like live.
We always feel like too,
Webinar, so-
once you've had 2 glasses of wine out of the same glass, you get a clean glass.
All right.
Okay, now
All
I
right.
can't
All right.
imagine you're not going to like
No,
this one.
probably not. Cheers.
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 This is Blue Skies Rocky Comfort White, and it's a blend.
Way more my speed.
Yep.
Tastes
Way
a little
more
fruity.
my speed. Yes, it's fruity. It's lighter, citrusy. Good.
Definitely. This is this is one of our best sellers, actually.
And while you girls are enjoying this, I wanted to mention the I Care fundraiser coming up. It's Friday, October 29th.
Okay.
I Care is in Iroquois County, an animal rescue center that does not euthanize. And they rely on donations and funding. So at Inside Out, 5 to 9 o'clock, we will have, and when I say we, actually, iCare is putting this on. So they're bringing in live music entertainment. Jim Bohlmann, who is a Frank Sinatra impersonator and does an awesome job. And they'll have silent auctions, 50-50 raffle, and maybe some other things to help raise funds.
Awesome.
The ticket price is $25, and 100% of the money they bring in goes to iCare. Everything is donated.
That's great.
They'll have, so we offer complimentary wine tasting, and they will have appetizers there to enjoy as well.
That will be great. So what was the date on that again?
Friday, October 29th.
All right, cool. Well, girls, this has been a fantastic, a lot different pace than what we've been used to. But we got to hear everything about what you guys have to offer. We got to see what the awesome building looks like. We got to taste a little wine at 12:30 in the afternoon. I'd say it was a good day.
I say it
So
is a
enjoy
good
it.
day.
And
Yes.
like I said, follow us on Facebook, especially because we will have coming up also a bourbon tasting, something brand new. Cigars are optional, but they will be smoked
In the garden
outside
area.
in the garden area. We're planning a trivia night and another murder mystery.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So follow you guys on Facebook. Check out all the cool things. Come to Gilman this weekend for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all kinds
Yes.
of cool stuff. And we are really excited to see what else you guys have coming up next.
Good.
Shall we end with a big gift certificate, like $40 gift certificate?
Oh, we could do that. Yes. So
First
you heard
one.
it. It's the wine talking. $40. She wants to give it away. So first one to respond or text Inside Out and include your name to 815-383-2169 will get a $40 gift certificate. Let me go grab my phone.
No, you can't do that. Sorry, can't participate. Thanks, Katie,
All right.
so much.
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you. Guys very
you.
much for coming. This has been our third installment of the Iroquois County Chamber Discover Iroquois County webinar series. We are looking forward to our next one on the third Wednesday of next month. So we're going to have really great things in store for that one. And we look forward to seeing you all again then. Have a good day.